Thank you. My name is Edith Bowman, and I'm genuinely thrilled to be here with you tonight to celebrate you all, but also from a fan's point of view, to say a massive thank you for all your incredible work, your creativity, your talent, and your storytelling. It is genuinely totally inspiring. Thank you so much for inviting me along tonight. I'm such a geek and I can't quite believe that I'm in this room with you all, so thank you. Tonight we reward and we celebrate the highest standards in the arts and craft of cinematography with the most talented directors of photography and camera operators in the UK. Something the Society has done since its formation back in 1949. We're also thrilled to be streaming this event live online. So hello to our friends who are watching wherever you may be in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night, I don't know. Now listen, every good award show needs a montage. It's the law. So let's take a look at some of your incredible work over the last 75 years.
Who are you?
Bond.
James Bond.
I want to create, to make something big out of something little.
Well, as you know, I've always thought that we tried to go a bridge too far.
Inside this room, all of my dreams become realities. And some of my realities become dreams.
Wow. Genuinely, sometimes cry at montages. I find them so great. Exceptional work. Now please put your hands together and welcome to the stage your president, Christopher Ross.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 69th British Society of Cinematographers Awards, the final event in the Society's 75th anniversary year. And what a way to round things off. We're glitzy. We've got an auto cue. I've not used the auto cue. I wasn't brave enough, but look at it. It's pretty cool. Christopher Ross, BSc, on the auto cue. Thanks must go to each and every one of you for attending tonight's celebration of the cinematographic form. Your support of the craft and of each other is what makes our small part of the film community so special. There's a little bit of all of us in tonight's nominees, winners and recipients, so celebrate yourselves alongside them. We're pleased to have so many familiar faces out among the tables, and we're honoured to be joined by some fresh ones as well. A special welcome to our international guests, that have flown in from far-flung destinations, especially for tonight's event, and to those who are filming in the UK, separated from families and loved ones. After another volatile year in the filmmaking calendar, it's joyous to be brought together once more in cinematic communion, returning to the hallowed halls of the Royal Lancaster. I hope we can put on a show tonight. A special greeting to our guest of honour, Mike Lee, who has taken time out from press duties for his latest film, Hard Truths, to join us this evening. Released in the UK yesterday, may I encourage you all to get to a cinema to catch this latest work from Mike and our beloved Dick Pope BSc. We're thankful. We're thankful that you can join us in our celebrations of the seventh art. Welcome too to our new host, Edith Bowman. Thank you for joining us. I wrote a little while ago, thank you for entertaining this rowdy rabble. It was a premonition of mine that you may be difficult to control. With your reliable hand at the wheel, we can look forward to a swift passage this evening and perhaps even an early arrival at the bar. Edith is not the only fresh face in tonight's lineup. We also have two new competitive awards in the offering. The Board of Governors earlier this year announced the division of the Best Cinematography in a Television Drama category. Financial superiority cannot monopolise creativity, and so we ask you to join us in celebrating the great craft on display in the UK's terrestrial broadcast productions. And similarly, in honouring the outstanding creativity in the field of music video, we hope to broaden the representation of our art form and celebrate those working outside of narrative cinematography. Before we get started, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to those who have worked tirelessly in the preceding weeks to will this event into existence. On behalf of the Society, I would like to thank the awards and events committees for their time and diligence in the organisation of both the event and the awards voting. As ever, thanks must go to Audra Marshall and Helen McLean. For pulling tonight's festivities together. Dotting every I and crossing every T is a mammoth task on an event of this scale, and we couldn't do it without you. Similar dedication is on display in the form of the awards brochure, artfully curated and designed by Duncan Bruce, and we thank you for elevating our craft and for your sleepless nights sat in front of Photoshop. Thank yous must be extended to Duncan again and to Steve Bonham for cutting together the startling 75th reel, pulling together 75 years of iconic imagery created by our membership is no mean feat. So thanks again. A BSc event would not be complete without thanks to Gwyn Evans, Nick Noland BSc and John Daly BSc for their long-standing technical brilliance and support both in pre and post-production. And a thank you in advance to wonder producer Liz Morris and the rest of the production team for the smooth running of the evening's programme, apart from my speech. To our photographers, Richard Blanchard, George Zador and Theo Spearman for dragging you all in front of a lens and valiantly teasing natural effervescence from the frowns and forced smiles, so they'll be grabbing you later on as well. Similarly, thanks to our filming crew tonight, Fouad Emrani, Stephen James and Charlie Jenkins, three talented young cinematographers dedicating their time away from the film set to help elevate our craft. Not only are we recording for the archive, but as Edith pointed out, we're beaming out on a live stream to the World Wide Web. It's very, very modern. Faced with such stiff competition, last year's rivals, the Grammys, have moved to a Monday night broadcast, allowing us a checkered flag finish in the race for this weekend's viewing figures. So thanks must go to Alex Barnes for coordinating the stream and ensuring our victory. And finally, a huge thank you to our many sponsors of awards and the various things, AV, etc., this evening for their patronage of our craft. Without your generosity, tonight's event would be held at a local scout hut with cucumber sandwiches and firm family circle biscuits for afters. Your contributions to each award ensures that this event is a worthy celebration of the artistry and dedication of tonight's nominees and guests. So a heartfelt thanks on behalf of the Society. But now a brief moment of reflection as we take a pause to remember the colleagues and peers that we have lost this past year. As we are doing so, may we also take a moment to contemplate events outside of these four walls as the aftermath of the wildfires in Los Angeles and conflicts in the Middle East forced displaced civilians to seek refuge. A toast to those departed. May they rest in peace and their work endure. Cheers. The filmmaking world has been rocked in recent weeks as Los Angeles, the spiritual home of cinema, and its citizens suffered at the hands of uncontrollable wildfires. The membership of the American Society of Cinematographers and that of the BSC have long been interconnected, and our hearts go out to everyone that has been affected by these terrible events. For tonight's fundraiser, please take a look inside this evening's awards brochure, where you'll find a page dedicated to the ASC Relief Fund. Please scan the QR code and think about making a donation to this honourable cause. Let's come together to help the ASC support its members, staff, and local 600, 728, and 80 IATSE members as they rebuild their homes and Los Angeles together. And finally, I'm sure you want me to get off the stage, a personal thank you to you all from me. This is my final awards as BSC president. Come on. And I just want to take a moment to express my gratitude to the personalities that fill this room. It's been an honour. Oh, God. Getting emotional. Oh, I suppose I've read this so many times. Anyway, I'm leaving. It's been great. No, It's been the honour of a lifetime to serve the Society and the cinematographic community of the UK for the past 3 years. I've still got 11 months to go, so it's not that bad. The past few years have seen some challenges and some changes, mostly that I can't fit in this suit anymore, and the font size of my speeches is increasing year on year. Anyway, the members of the BSc are an astonishingly cultured and capable group of human beings with a truly global reach, and I'm extremely proud to have played a small part as a custodian of our treasured society. Anyway, thank you very much. For now, let's take a moment to celebrate ourselves as we invite dinner and conversation back into the room. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, friends and patrons from the film and TV industry, here we are. Our stomachs are lined, bellies are full from that delicious meal. Please can we have a round of applause for our wonderful service staff we've received both in front of and behind the scenes. Thank you very much. Right then, our first award is the BSc Bert Easey Technical Award, which is given to an individual or company who has contributed something outstanding in the way of endeavour or equipment. Previous recipients of this award have been Chemical Wedding for the development of Artemis and Shotdeck founder Lawrence Sher. To present the award, please welcome to the stage cinematographer and the current Vice President of BSc, Oliver Stapleton.
Hi, I don't know why I'm presenting this award. I'm not very technical. But I do have one claim to fame, that I did find a set of Cook lenses in a squat in 1974 that I bought for 50 quid. And True Lens Services, who are getting this award, thank you very much. They did an absolutely fantastic job converting them into a very, very pretty, beautiful set of lenses currently in use and providing a little bit of pension for me. So thank you very much. So I'd like to invite Stephen Lowe up to the stage from TLS, please.
Good evening. I've prepared just a few words. I am honoured to be collecting this award on behalf of TLS. It represents a great deal to myself and the company. To be recognised by the BSc for such a prestigious award is truly amazing. I would like to take full credit for this award. However, it's completely a team effort by all at TLS, who drive the innovation and quality that our products are renowned for. Colin Sanders first designed the Cook Speed Pancro rehousings back in 2013, thinking that we would only ever do 10 sets. Luckily, he was wrong. Since then, Gavin Whitehurst has taken over the designs and expanded the ranges, trying to keep up with customer demand. The whole team at TLS put their hearts and souls into the work they do. But without the support, vision and artistic flair that all of you have, it would not be possible to do what we do. Therefore, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who make our dreams possible. And finally, I would like to thank the Board of Governors at the BSc for recognising us and believing us and presenting us with this award. So thank you.
Congratulations to True Lens Services, and thank you so much, Oliver. Next up, to announce the winners of the short film cinematography competition, please give a round of applause to Tristan Oliver and Siobhan Daly from Ari.
Now, these are the awards for the short film categories. And there is the BSc Club Award and the BSc Student Award. And I think we have a montage to show you.
Let's get this over with.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for my first game. Tonight we'll be playing the house favourite, the wall. The horses will take it in turns to position themselves against the wall. The other will stab through the wall. Anything that draws blood counts as a hit. Only one horse has ever survived past 3 hits. So let the games begin. You're up first, kid. Set. Miss.
This is a special service announcement. And if you're seeing this, it probably means that we are looking for you. Have you been feeling lost? Rejected? Nothing seems to be going your way. Have you given up hope on your dreams and yourself?
So, if we could welcome to the stage the 2 winners for the Student Award, Edward Hamilton-Stubber for Tapeworm, and the BSc Club winner, John Muschamp for Bookyville. John, this is your splendid matte black award.
Beautiful. Go on, make speech.
I didn't prepare anything, but I'll just first of all thank Panavision for all their help with supporting me with a camera package on this project. Also to Oliver Stapleton and Stuart Harris for all their advice they gave me at the NFTS. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all my crew, Sam Owen, Archie Miller, Alex McGill, Focus Canning for supplying the kit, Green Kit for the lighting, which is hugely appreciated. And just a big thank you to the BSc. I know it must be a lot of hard work organising this, viewing of short films. Short films are a labour of love, so I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Fantastic watch. Huge congratulations to Edward and John, and thank you so much to Tristan and Siobhan. Next up, we have the D. Edwards Award. presented to an individual who has made a notable contribution to furthering the craft of camera operating. And to present this award, please welcome to the stage the award-winning Kit Lynch-Robinson.
Just to point out, I didn't win it, just so you know. So this I might well up a little bit, so bear with me. Tonight, the D. Edwards Award is presented to someone who truly embodies the spirit of this honour. It's a guy called Ed Ratcliffe. This award recognises individuals who have advanced a craft that we all cherish as members of the camera department. Chances are everyone in this room who has looked through a viewfinder on set has at some point touched a little piece of perfectly machined metal with the name Ratworks etched onto it. Ed began his journey as a teenager, poking his nose into Panavision grips before gaining experience on the camera department floor. And over the following years, he travelled the world as a camera trainee, learning his craft and building lifelong friendships with the camera department. His climbing skills often came in handy, especially for producers and production managers in need of a highly skilled climber who could also operate a camera. He scaled towers at festivals, faked climbing walls for Walker's Crisps, and at dockside cranes in London's drizzly nights. Ed was a force of nature, highly motivated, driven, and always hungry for both work and fun in equal measure. He worked on countless TV shows and productions, including Star Wars, Bourne, Transformers, and hundreds of commercials. However, his true passion lay in the design and precision. It was this passion that led him to purchase his first machine and establish his company, Ratworks. He would disappear into his mother's garage for hours at a time, armed with only a laptop, a computer-controlled drill, and a block of aluminium, and boundless ideas. From here, he began crafting parts for the global film community. People brought him requests, and he used his knowledge as a camera assistant to refine their ideas, adding his own signature Ed magic. The results were flawless, beautifully engineered, functional pieces of equipment that often solved problems no one even had ever thought to address. Ed created parts that helped focus pullers attach their gear more efficiently, gave operators the perfect handheld kits, and modernised old film cameras with updated handles and mounting plates. His contributions to the film industry were monumental, not only because of the exceptional quality of the work, but also because of his ability to connect with everyone he met. What he created genuinely improved the working lives of countless camera techs across the globe. With his deep understanding of what camera professionals needed and his creative genius, Ed's products became gold standard of the film industry worldwide. He also knew his audience. He understood that camera techs love beautiful equipment, so he made his creations not just functional, but exquisitely designed. His work was the embodiment of form and function. Ed's unique energy, charming wit, charismatic intelligence, and technical creativity fueled the success of Ratworks. Over the years, as more pretty bits of metal came to life and machines hummed through the night, he built an extraordinary business. What was next for him? Ed had hoped to expand to machining parts of the McLaren F1 team, as you do. Tragically, the film industry lost Ed last year at far too young an age. His death sent shockwaves through the industry, and the grief was felt everywhere by us all. Ed's loss is profound, but his legacy will endure. His presence will continue to be felt, cherished on film sets for years to come. The D. Edwards Award is a heartfelt thank you to Ed for everything he accomplished during his time with us. Anyone who had the pleasure of knowing him was blessed to call him a friend. He was the embodiment of what one person can achieve, living each day as though it was a door waiting to be kicked in. We all miss you, Ed. And I'd like to finish with a quote that embodies the appetite Ed had for life. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, "Wow, what a ride." So we present the D. Edwards Award for contribution to the camera to Ed's mum, Suzanne.
incredible words, and to the BSc for awarding Ed this amazing accolade. As you can imagine, this is a very bittersweet moment for me, as it should be Ed standing here receiving this award. He's no doubt up there somewhere with his beloved dad, Michael, looking down on me and saying, for goodness sake, first she takes over my company, and now she's taking all the glory accepting my award. Ratworks and Ed's legacy lives on thanks to the continued support from our clients, the generous help and guidance of so many of you, and of course the Ratworks team, Carl, Ian and John. Ed was a visionary, the brightest, hardest working individual I've ever known, and I miss him as we all do. This is for you, my darling boy, and it's so well deserved. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much for being here, Suzanne. We really appreciate it, and also for your wonderful awards kit. Next is the Operators Awards TV Drama. Some of my absolute favourites nominated in this category. To announce the winner, please give a huge round of applause and welcome to the stage cinematographer Stefan Persson.
First of all, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan of camera operators. I think you all do an amazing job. I certainly couldn't do my job without you, so thanks for having my and our backs. All right, the nominations for the Operators Award, TV Drama, is, I'm going to read them all out, and then there will be a little clip of all of them. So it's James Layton and Kat Spencer for Black Doves. Joe Russell for Silo. Vince McGann and James Harrison for Slow Horses. Peter Robertson and Peter Batten for The Agency. And Chris Plevin, Robert Patsveld, Mikael Ole Nilsson for True Detective Night Country.
This is a business of codes. You understand? You don't, but you will. Maybe. Anyway, this man, he crossed the line. He has to go. Has to.
Do anything.
Okay. Well, he is armed. He's armed. Okay.
Don't come any closer.
Okay, easy.
Calm down.
He's armed.
Back off.
He's armed.
Or I shoot him.
I don't know where the other guy is, by the way.
Am I right? Put your fucking guns down. Put your guns down.
Lower your weapons. Put your guns down.
Put your guns down.
Oh, very exciting. And the winner is Chris Cleven, Robert Patselt, and Michael Ola Nilsson for Detective Night
Thank you.
And this as well. There you go.
Thanks very much. This was an incredibly tough shoot. 57 night shoots we did with these guys. And it was an incredible result. So thanks to everyone who worked on it, the whole crew. We had a great director, Issa Lopez, and of course, wonderful DP, Florian Hofmeister. And the warmth of the Icelanders kept us going. So thanks to the local crew.
And I would like to thank all the colleagues, because it's the biggest honor ever that colleagues want colleagues and not foreigners. Thank you very much.
And I wish I had a list, but I don't have one. It came so much to a surprise. Chris, thank you so much. Robert, thank you so much for slipping on the ice, because that's the reason I went there. And thank you, thank you, Tanya, my wife, that she introduced me to Florian. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So much luck. Thank you, everybody. I'm overwhelmed.
Such a tough category. Watched all of them, loved them all. Congratulations to Chris, Robert and Michael. Many thanks to Stefan. Next is the BSc Special Achievement Award, which is in the gift of the board and given to a person or persons for special achievement in promoting the aims of the society and the art of cinematography. Thrilled to welcome to the stage to present this one our sponsor for this award from Universal, Rob Garvey, and cinematographer Angus Hudson.
This makes up for me anything last year. Yes, my punishment and my pleasure. So this year's recipient of the BSc Special Achievement Award recognises the first and oldest film festival in the world dedicated to cinematographers and their art. The Manaki Brothers International Cinematographers Film Festival was founded in 1979 in Bitola, which is in what is now the Republic of North Macedonia, and has become a beacon for cinematographers and a celebration of the art of visual storytelling. Named after the pioneers of Balkan cinema, Manaki and Milton Manaki, the festival honours their legacy of innovation and craft. Their early contributions to film laid the foundation for a tradition of cinematic artistry that the festival continues to uphold to this day. The festival carries on their name and revolutionary spirit, acting as a bridge between the past, present and future of film. If you've been to Manaki, you'll know that it is a modest and unpretentious festival that is highly enjoyable and hugely spirited. and importantly, it punches well above its weight. The festival has a real sense of community and kinship, especially amongst the cinematographers. It plays an inspiring role encouraging both new and established filmmakers in Macedonia, the Balkan region, and indeed, as word gets out about this wonderful festival, the wider world. For 45 years, Manaki has provided an arena for a diverse range of filmmakers and their films to be showcased both in and out of competition, giving audiences a unique opportunity to see films on the big screen you'd never get to see anywhere else. Beyond the screenings, the festival fosters dialogue, exchange and collaboration within the filmmaking community. Renowned cinematographers, emerging talents and industry professionals gather in Bitola, taking part in masterclasses, workshops and panel discussions, providing invaluable opportunities for aspiring and seasoned filmmakers alike to learn, gain insights, and rub shoulders. In recent years, the festival has played host to the Imago Balkan Conference, which serves to foster a spirit of friendship and collaboration through close cooperation between the various national cinematography societies in the region. And over the past 17 years or so, Manaki has developed a close connection with the BSC, and particularly with our very own Nigel Walters, who has forever extolled the virtues and shared the love that is Manaki. The festival has recognised and honoured many of the BSC's finest with their Golden Camera 300 awards, starting with Freddie Francis and Billy Williams, and most recently with Peter Bijou and Seamus McGarvey. This year's Special Achievement Award from the BSE honours and is a testament to Manaki's enduring impact on cinematography, on its role as a cultural catalyst and a celebration of the power of cinema. I'd like to invite Simeon Dambevsky, director of the Manaki Brothers Film Festival, to receive this award from Rob Garvey and NBC
I didn't think my heart was going to pound this hard. I'm usually used to going up on the stage, but this was, it's very emotional. When I was told that I would have to give a speech, I had no speech, I wasn't ready, so I called a friend of mine who's a screenwriter back in Macedonia and asked him to write me a little 1 minute to 2 minute speech that would, and I would treat him with lunch for it. The first draft was not very good, so I dumped it and I rewrote something myself. But then Angus came out and told some of the things that I was going to say, so I'm going to improvise, wing it a little bit. But this is truly a special event for me and my team at the Manaki. We're a small festival, and our connection to Great Britain is much bigger than many of you know. So I will take a minute to just explain to you how the festival would never have existed if it wasn't for London and Great Britain. When the Manaki brothers lived, it was the Ottoman Empire where we lived. It was the little town of Bitola, who was very sort of a diplomatic hub in that part of the Ottoman Empire. And the brothers had a photographic studio where they would take pictures of people much ahead of their time. They would walk around town with a little piglet saying that was their dog and stuff like that, take nude acts of men. And this was very unusual. But one of the brothers decided to travel to London. And when he came to London, he saw a camera. It was the Urban CinemaScope camera that he decided to buy and take back to Bitola. And it was the serial number 300 of the camera that he took back, and thus the brothers Manaki became the first cinematographers in the Balkans to ever own and use a film camera to record the daily life of the local population. Now, it was a very difficult time because Macedonia was under the Sultan, and they obtained a permit from the Sultan to be the only ones who could actually shoot films. The only provision was that they would have to have a copy of the films for the Sultan so that he could inspect them. Now, they were clever enough to play a dual agent role, and they actually made three copies, one for them, one for the Sultans, and one for the local guerrilla fighters, because they could all see what is going on and plan their activities. Now, many years later, when Yugoslavia existed as a country, my predecessors were wise enough to actually remember that they were the first cinematographers in the Balkans, and they made a local festival which very quickly grew and became the first and oldest cinematographers festival in the world. Sven Nykvist was the first laureate of the festival, and many of the other great masters started coming after him to Bitola. And it was years after, when Macedonia gained its independence, that it became really something that our people were very proud of, because we were the first ones to acknowledge the work of cinematographers around the world. Now, I took on the position of the director of the festival 4 years ago by accident. The other director was fired. They had nobody who was foolish enough to take it on. I'm an actor by profession. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. They convinced me that it would take me 3 weeks to prepare the festival, and I dived in. And I can tell you it's been a very hard but a most rewarding and wonderful experience. I fell in love with cinematographers because you guys are the most humble and hardest working, incredible artists that I have ever worked with. And this is why I have made it my mission that our festival is going to be a place that will make everything possible to become a member of your family and to cater to all your needs. So all we do is we want you to come, relax, take a vacation from your work, befriend your friends. We don't care if you do business or you don't do business. We provide good wines, wonderful climate. We take you to our best wineries. And I look at the room. We have 20 cinematographers in our country. And when they started showing me this is the person, I said, how are we going to award all these people in the next few years that I'm a director of the festival? Really, I invite you all to Bitola. There aren't enough accommodations, but you're willing to come. Please write to me and we will do everything to host you there. Because we love you, we would not have existed without you. And as Angus said, the most laureates of our prestigious awards, which are the Life Achievement Award and the special contribution to the art of film, which is for younger, middle-aged cinematographers, are we take great pride in them. We just started the Manaki Walk of Fame on the main walkway in Manaki, and so we want to have you there because Bitola comes to life when cinematographers come to our country. This is the biggest international cultural event where our patron is the president, the first female president of our country, and we particularly take care that all of you are included in our awards as participants in our workshops and master classes. So you're all invited. We love you, and please come to us. Okay?
I don't know if anybody else in the room is thinking it, but it's like, somebody's got to make a film about the Manaki brothers, surely. Surely. Congratulations and thank you so much to Angus and Rob. Next then is the Cinematography in a Music Video, which is a brand new award and one that I'm really, really happy about and kind of grateful for, weirdly, because back in my early days at MTV UK, I learned so much by being on so many music video sets. We used to make loads of behind-the-scenes films for MTV, and it was just the most gorgeous, brilliant, inspiring place to be. So I'm so excited about this award tonight. Please welcome to announce the winner from Aperture, Mino Propetitsas, and cinematographer Balazs Baligo.
Hello. So I'll get swiftly to business. Nominations for the BSc Best Cinematography in a Music Video are Daniel Landin, BSc, for Eusexua, Chuck Hamilton for In the Modern World, Henry Guild for MMS, and Benjamin Cockgrove for My Best Friend.
People always told me that I'd take my love too far.
Oh, seems so hard not to be free when you walk right beside me. In the modern world, I don't feel anything in the modern world. the sound, among all the sounds. I no get a name, I no sing a sound. Sound, Mr. Money sound. I want the precise, I be like military, match up my enemy. Vigilant, forgive me, Lord, I did on your peace.
And the winner is Daniel Landin, BSc for Eusexua.
Thanks very much for this. I feel like I've got a bit of an advantage with this because I was doing music videos when there was a lot of money for them. And I know a lot of my colleagues who showed great work there probably didn't get the chances I got, but thanks very much.
After anybody who gets too far. Huge congratulations on that one, amazing work. Thank you to Balaj and Mino. Right then, our next award is the BSc TV Drama Cinematography Award, International and Streaming. And to tell us who has walked away with this one, please welcome Nanu Siegel and from BSE, Justin Bennett.
I'll do my best. So, the nominations for the BSc Best Cinematography in a TV Drama and International Streaming are Emmanuel Lubinski and Bruno Delhomme for Disclaimer, Benedict Spence for Eric, Robert Elswit for Ripley, Christopher Ross for Shogun, and Sam McCurdy for Shogun also.
You're entitled to live. You're entitled to live. Yes, you've been somewhat absent and remote, but you have been an incredible example to our son. And it's about time you turned him into an independent adult, right? So stop torturing yourself, please. Promise.
You should have walked him to school. You should have walked him.
Congratulations to all the nominees for their beautiful work. And the winner is Benedict Spence for
Home. My wife is watching. Thank you to my wife, Zoe. And my mum is also watching. Thanks, Mum. But also thanks to all my crew and my director, Lucy Forbes, and all the people that made this happen. This is really weird. Fucking hell. Thanks very much. That's great. The end.
Take that. Oh, no, thanks. Go.
And also Toby Tompkins, who's here as well. Thank you, Toby.
Well done, Benedict. What a show Eric was. Thank you so much, Justin and Nanu. Right, our next award is the Operators Award for Feature Film. And to present it, cinematographer, please welcome James Friend.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to announce the nominations for the Operators Award in a feature film category, and I just want to also echo Stefan's notes. The operators hold us up. They are the pillars of our names, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and artistically. So thank you, guys. So the nominations are Ian Mackie and Hannah Gell for A Quiet Place Day 1. Sebastian Baraklov for Blitz. Peter Cavacici, Chris Plevin, and the operating team for Gladiator 2. Peter Batten for Paddington in Peru. And Carson Bloch Jakobsen, DFF, and Simon Finney for Wicked.
Greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum.
Alright. Tears on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
What are you, Bear? Aunt Lucy always says you can take the bear out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out of the bear.
All aboard the Emerald City!
Just follow the road. It's gonna lead you right to me.
Well done to all the nominees. And the winner is Carsten Brook Jakobsen and Simon Finney for Wicked.
Can you hear me back there? Yeah. I'll get to the cheesemakers later. Carsten can't be here, so it just shows you having a big camera is sometimes useful. But he asked me to say this. I'll echo the thanks from Edith and Chris to everyone involved in this whole evening and all these awards. But I would also like to say that operating is a bit of a tip of an iceberg, really. What you see on the screen is not really, it's a minute part of what we do, especially as the A-camera operator. I would like to say, having worked with Carsten for 7 months side by side, he deserves this. It is really his. But I would also like to say, having worked with all the other nominees in this category, apart from Hannah, who maybe one day helped me on a B camera, I would like to say that any one of those would be worthy of this. We're all in this together, we all work together. And on that level, it's also the iceberg, to continue this rather boring metaphor, the iceberg, we, Carsten and I, and audio operators out there could not do this without all the other people involved. So Carsten especially wanted me to say a deep and heartfelt thank to all the Carsten crew from Wicked, across all departments, all units, everybody. The people who are there, make your breakfast in the morning, make sure you've got a toilet to go to, everybody. Because without them, films wouldn't get made. And without them, things like this wouldn't happen. So a big thank you to everyone else. I'd like to, on a slightly more serious note, I want to leave with this thought. It's a question that's been troubling me ever since I started panning, tilting and invoicing. The answer to which is really difficult. The question is, what is the difference between a camera operator and a coconut? You can get a drink out of a coconut. Bye.
Amazing, huge congratulations, absolutely brilliant. And as a bonus, not just for you guys, but for everybody in the room, I promise not to sing Defying Gravity at anyone. So excited about part 2. As we move into the next award, we celebrate cinematography in a television drama for UK Terrestrial. Please welcome to the stage Catherine Goldschmidt, and from the award sponsor Sony, Sebastian Lesk.
So it was my pleasure actually to serve on the jury for this new category this year, and I just want to commend Chris Ross, the BSC board, and anybody who was responsible for making this new category, because we got to watch some really interesting, innovative work that I don't think we would have been able to see otherwise. So I just want to say thank you for that, and to also encourage everybody in this room who is part of the BSC, maybe we can even broaden the categories some more and let in more new and interesting work. Without further ado, the nominations for Best Cinematography in a TV Drama UK Terrestrial are Annika Summerson, BSc for Ludwig, Nick Morris for Sweet Pea, Jody Lee Lipes for The Listeners, Ben Wheeler for This Town, and Diana Olifarova for We Are Lady Parts.
bring him down. Again.
All right, I'll check.
Level.
Gone already, that's for sure. So in for a penny, no desire for a cure. Let it come. Let it flow. Let college go to hell. Add to the previous list this brummy rude boy.
And so it came to pass, us laying down our music, our legacy, exactly as Sarah had always dreamed, here at Monaco Studios, with the only producer she had ever wanted to work with, Dirty Mahmood.
Great work, ladies.
Congratulations to all the nominees. The winner is Jody Lee Lipes for the listeners.
Hi everyone, I'm on a commercial in Lisbon because Lowell Crawley was not available, so I want to thank Lowell for that. I wish I could be there with you all. There's a lot of people to thank, but I want to start with the BBC, everyone at Element who really supported this project relentlessly. Janixa Bravo, who's my longtime friend who I love very much and who pushed to shoot this project on 35mm because she always strives for excellence no matter what she's doing. The whole cast, including Rebecca Hall, who's a wonderful artist and just such a pleasure to work with no matter what's going on. Katie Byron, our wonderful production designer. And, but most of all, I want to thank the entire visual team for this project and the camera department, the lighting department and post-production, who made this project really special for me. Working with them was really made my year. So that includes Gary Coran at Outer Limits, who made everything look better and is a pleasure to hang out with and is so patient. Our dailies colorist, Darren Ray at Cinelab, and Mark Tempest, our key grip, Jake Whitehouse, our camera operator, and our incredible focus puller, Tristan Haley, who taught me so much and really took care of me throughout this whole process as I learned how things go in England. And last but not least, Bill Tracy, who is the hardest working gaffer I've ever met in my life and just a beautiful human being who I really care about a lot. I'm proud that we all earned this together, and I'm very pleased that Tristan and Jake are there in my place. It's a real honor to be recognized by the BSC, and it's even cooler than winning something at home. So thank you, and keep shooting film. Thanks a lot.
There is one sin which I have come to fear above all others. Certainty.
It's like speed dating for DOPs, this. You should have brought some business cards. Thank you to Jody for his kind words. I'd just like to say it was an absolute pleasure working with Jody and watching him practice his trade craft, even if he is a massive fan of the long end of the Optimo. yeah, it's become a bit of a friend actually, so I'm really pleased I got to work on this production, and I hope to do it again soon. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to Element Pictures for bringing this production to the north of England and keeping us all as northerners, a roof over our head, and Sony for hosting this award. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, operating for Jody was absolute privilege. She had such a concise idea of what the visual language of the project needed to be, so trying to work towards that was just really motivating. I learned a lot from him, so yeah, thank you so much, Jody.
Huge thanks to Jody's operators Jack and Tristan for coming on his behalf. Many thanks also to Catherine and Sebastian. Right, our next award is in memory of John Alcott BSc, a huge talent who won many awards for his work before he passed away so young and so tragically. This award is given to the person who, in the opinion of the board, has contributed most towards perpetuating the original aim of the society. To announce the winner, please welcome Mike Ely and from Ari, Franz Kraus.
Thank you. Good evening. I am using the auto cue, so wish me luck. As Edith said, the BSc John Alcott Memorial Award is given at the discretion of the board to a person whose contribution to the industry perpetuates the original aims of the society. Foremost among the society's original aims is, and I quote, to promote and encourage the pursuit of high standards in cinematography. This year's recipient, Milan Krsljanin, has certainly promoted and very much encouraged many over the years, lending support and a listening ear to cinematographers young and not so young. Having started his working life in television in Belgrade, it was in what was then Yugoslavia. Milan, having had a passion for photography, became a camera operator and technician working on major TV shows, including the 1984 Sarajevo Winter Olympics. In 1985, Milan was headhunted by Sony, who had come to visit TV Belgrade. They knew talent when they saw it. With Sony, Milan helped develop the company's new range of HD cameras that were revolutionizing image capture during that decade. In 2004, Milan joined Arri, where he worked with the legendary Bill Lovell. Together, they developed the D20 and D21 cameras, the precursor to the Alexa, which in time became the digital camera for the industry. Through its subsequent permutations, Milan has been the constant, gathering information and experience from those who work with the camera in the field, thus initiating tweaks, improvements, part of a positive loop that has proved invaluable. He is an engaged and engaging supporter of the BSc. Milan is a regular at BSc screenings and Q&As, and his involvement with the Society's short film competition over the years has been unstinting, earning him the thanks of countless young filmmakers. His enthusiasm and curiosity is infectious, with an eye on R&D for sure, but always with empathy and a knowledge and instinct that the story comes first. Without that, we are all wasting our time. You always get the impression with Milan that it's people first, technology second. He will even go out of his way to pull a film out of your back catalogue and remind you of how it was unfairly overlooked and cruelly neglected at the box office. Thank you, Milan. A man who does not crave the limelight, he enters the arena with a gentle smile and a calm demeanour, carrying his authority and knowledge lightly. Last year he announced his retirement, and to many of us it felt like the end of an era. But I'm sure, I hope sincerely, we haven't seen the last of him. Please welcome to the stage this year's recipient of the BSc John Alcott Memorial Award, Milan Krsljanin.
Yeah,
And this is my new agent. I mean, he's fantastic. I didn't know that I did all the stuff that he said.
maybe there is some truth in that. Yeah. So I didn't come over just to hand that over. As we had been so long working together, I wanted to make some comments. Yeah. Don't want to waste too much time. Yeah. But we met when Milan was with Sony in Basingstoke, operating the famous HD center. And at that time, Sony and Arri already had been some kind of competitors because Sony wanted to get into the digital filmmaking and Arri wanted to secure 35 and 65 film for as long as possible and had been looking for digital intermediate as a tool to expand the life of film. Unfortunately, even Milan worked very hard with his colleagues to convince us to go with the Sony HD. We went with the Kodak Cineon, and later, out of this cooperation with Kodak, we developed a Relaser and a Rescan. But later I learned, a couple of years later, no, many years later, I learned that Bilal lured him to become member of Arri UK. And as well as Bilal's media team and he in business development, they helped a lot in transitioning Arri from an analog film camera company to a digital film camera company. And the goal was very simple, as they experienced lots of work with, at that time, 2/3 inch, 3-chip cameras. So their proposal was build a 35mm camera with the touch and feel of a film camera and image qualities similar like the best films can. We paid attention to that. The first shot did not really meet all the demands. That was the D20, D21. And also this team was very, very helpful in bringing this not really mature camera to the market. We had great shows, and as well Milan as Bill worked very hard to make as much experience with them. And as a consequence, obviously, the Alexa was the second generation that hit the nail. Thank you for that. And one more comment I liked on Milan very much. We met at trade shows, NIB and IBC, and for the people who could not attend the show, technical people, marketing people from Arri, Milan always at the end of the show composed notes, and these notes had been very much a personal flavor because he knew so many people in the industry. So the information was not something you could read in a magazine. It was something special made. But Milan never, I think, across the point where he got the information which was confidential that he would distribute. And that is something, sometimes I would have liked to know more. But at the end, I appreciated that very, very much. This is a kind of loyalty. Here's the gentleman for that.
Thank you very
much. And on behalf of Arri, I want to thank Milan for all these many years. Yeah. And personal as a friend, I want to thank for many, many meetings we had because with his attitude, he could open all doors. And if I wanted to have meetings with the post-production companies in Soho, it was Milan who achieved that. And post-production at that time, and probably even today, is the place where you can learn where technology promises are fulfilled or not. So that was very important. And then we had beautiful dinners with good food and wine, lengthy, where I learned a lot what to do and what not to do. Thanks a lot. And I enjoyed all the time with you very, very much.
What to say after this? I mean, I'm absolutely chuffed. I'm thrilled to pieces. I really don't deserve this. I mean, this room is full of people, fantastic. Yeah, but at least half of the room deserves this more than myself. And I hope that I will live long enough to see so many of you becoming next recipients of this award. I mean, I'm just a geek who loves photography. And I loved seeing sort of putting a piece of paper into the developer, an image sort of magically appearing. That for me was just wow. And I walked in the TV studio first when I was 6 or something like that. And I thought, whatever this is, I wish to stay in this and do this for the rest of my life. And luckily, I studied electronics and became a professional geek. So a geek who loves photography and love talking with people, so can't stop me talking. It was just job of my dreams to sort of deal with all these sort of guys. Really amazing guys who love to share their pains, their desires, their treats. Chris and I were talking the other day, and we were sort of saying, BSC is a big organization. No, it's not a big organization. So at the end of the conversation, Chris and I agreed, it may be small society, but it has a big heart. And in that heart, there is plenty of place for a lot of people, for a lot of talent, for a lot of ideas. And really, over the years, I saw BSC becoming a bigger, stronger, more versatile, more capable, more relevant in the industry. This industry is going through ups and downs, but one constant that there is a BSC, and you as members or associate members, and you mean so much to the industry because you carry the industry on your shoulders. And the feedback, I mean, there was a lovely advert in the 90s by Ford. Everything we do is driven by you. Exactly the same in our industry with cameras, as Franz Kraus mentioned. Everything we do is driven by you guys. When we had the first shoot with D20, that, as you said, didn't go as smoothly as we planned. Sue Gibson was the BSC, the DP. And we had a post-mortem with her talking about goods and not so good. And then unprompted, she suddenly said, whatever you do, do menus so simple and intuitive. Make sure that when I come to the camera, I know exactly what's going on with this camera. What is the frame rate? What is the sensitivity? What is the balance? What is the angle? All this stuff. And sure enough, there was a smart guy in Munich, Florian, and we told him, Bill and I, it has to be like this. And smart cookie, even bigger geek than me, if that is possible, he really made a menu that is, and so many other companies are copying what we did. But it is kind of Bible in the industry now. You come to the camera, you know exactly what's going on, what is the shape. So everything we do, or everything that they will do, because I will not be as close as I was and I wish to be, is down to your feedback, down to your comments, criticism. We all love flattery, but at the end of the day, only from the constructive criticism the goods come out. So please keep bothering David Green and Master Fixer Siobhan. The little festival, well, I call it festival, the competition, short film competition, is an amazing platform for new talents to sort of blossom and sort of have opportunity to use technology. And so we had a similar things with I should wind down. Okay, with the directors, that's my wife and telling me shut up. I just need to finish. With the Directors UK, we produced about 50-60 short films. And on one of the first shoots that I went, there was a blonde, young, very focused cinematographer. And she was just kind of, all the crew was just relaxed. It was in the close to the pub and having but she was focused. Kate Reed, she was the first of Directors UK DPs that became BSC. And I was personally chuffed. Even through that scheme, we managed to sort of help BSC members. So, finally, just be healthy, live long and prosper, and you'll always have a friend in me. Bless you.
We just got an additional little thing actually, because Milan wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for one very important person. Milan's wife has her birthday today.
Absolutely. Yes.
So we have Micah some flowers that we'd like to deliver. But
and
we also,
join us.
yeah, we all thought after 3 if we could all wish Dragna happy birthday. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! Fantastic. Oh. Okay, I'm excited to announce our next award. It is not only, it's the penultimate award, but it is Cinematographer in Feature Film. Just glad I didn't have to choose. Woo! So hard. The art, the beauty, the storytelling, and all these nominees, so breathtaking. Here to announce the winner, please welcome, so excited, Seamus McGarvey, and from CineLab Film and Digital, Adrian Bull!
Hello.
We've got it here, we've got it. See, told you I had your back.
What do I do? I don't know what to do. Okay. Listen, it's so lovely to be here and look at all your beautiful kaleidoscopic faces. Artists, all. Beautiful thinkers, hearts and minds. I mean, I'm just in my glory pit. Oh, that was last weekend. Sorry. What do I do now? Do I just...
Do you want to read out your nominees?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, sorry. I've actually been staying off the wine tonight. The nominations for BSc Best Cinematography in a feature film are... You see, cinematographers do lose their eyesight after they get past 57. Stefan Fontaine, AFC, for Conclave. Yeah. Brilliant work. Greg Fraser for Dune Part 2. Paul Goulan for Emilia Perez. Yaron Blaschke for Nosferatu. Noel Crawley for The Brutalist.
There is one sin which I have come to fear above all others. Certainty. If there was only certainty, and no doubt, there would be no mystery.
I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence!
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
This creature is a force more powerful than evil. Its desire is to consume all life on Earth. Only you can redeem us.
When dogs get sick, they often bite the hand of those who fed them, until someone mercifully puts them down.
Edith, I just wanted to say thank you for always supporting cinematographers, filmmakers. You're amazing the way you encourage the art of cinema, because those three little letters, ART, are vital to what we do as cinematographers and artists. We are artists, and one must never forget that. The winner is Lol Crawley.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you this evening to accept this award in person and enjoy the celebrations. But thank you to everyone who voted for my work on The Brutalist. It's such an incredible honor to receive this award. Thank you to my fellow nominees for their incredible work this year and for setting such a high bar. And congratulations to the award winners this evening. Thank you to the BSC, Audra, Helen, and our president, Chris Ross. I also want to thank Adrian, Roger, Joshua, and all at Cinelab for sponsoring this award, and to Kodak for still setting the bar and continuing the vision. I hope to see many of you at the Expo, the BSC Expo, and please do have a wonderful evening, and sincerely thank you again so much for this very special award.
Huge congratulations to all the nominees. Exceptional work. I wish you all the best in those other smaller, less significant awards coming up over the next few months. And so to our final award of the evening, the Lifetime Achievement Award, given to a director of photography who has achieved an exceptional body of work within their lifetime. We are delighted to have a guest of honour to present this award. Film, the theatre director, screenwriter, playwright. He studied at RADA. He has been nominated for 7 Oscars, received 86 wins and 126 nominations. And his current film, Hard Truths, is another masterpiece. Please give him a warm welcome. Mike Lee, ladies and
Thank you. It is a huge honour to present this British Society of Cinematographers posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award to Pat in memory of her dear husband, my wonderful colleague and soulmate, the late Dick Pope. Far beyond being a great cinematographer and a superlative camera operator, Dick was a true artist, a visionary and passionate observer of life, and a great guy with an irrepressible sense of humour. My friendship and collaboration with him was a marriage made in heaven. His loss is indescribably painful. At the time Dick and I met and worked together on Life is Sweet in 1990, we were both in our 40s. Over the preceding decades, Dick's film experience and career was extensive and wide-ranging. Having initially trained at the Pathé Lab in Soho, he worked as an animation operator, was the clapper loader on a Norman Wisdom film, and assisted on many documentaries. And it was as a documentary cameraman that he flourished and blossomed. His stories of shooting in perilous places for Granada's disappearing world and World in Action were hair-raising. He smuggled hidden cameras into hotbeds of child labour in Hong Kong and other iniquities elsewhere in the Far East. He spent weeks shooting in remote stretches of the desert in Africa and shot perilous conditions in King's College Hospital in London. Dick operated on 2 documentaries by Jack Hazan, A Bigger Splash about David Hockney and Rude Boy about The Clash. And he was Roger Deakins' operator on Michael Radford's visually remarkable movie, 1984. By the time we met, he'd begun to shoot features himself. These included Philip Ridley's The Reflecting Skin and Philip Saville's The Fruit Machine. And he enjoyed huge success shooting many concerts and music videos, notably Kylie Minogue's Wouldn't Change a Thing and I Want to Break Free by Queen. Over the 3 decades of our collaboration, his parallel achievements with feature films by other directors were diverse and extraordinary. His vision and versatility winning him numerous nominations and awards. These films included Christopher McQuarrie's The Way of the Gun, John Sayles' Honey Dripper, Neil Berger's The Illusionist, Gurinder Chadha's Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, Chiwetel Ejiofor's The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, Edward Norton's Motherless Brooklyn, Harry McQueen's Supernova, and The Outfit by Graham Moore. Some directors happily change DOPs from film to film, as we know, and many, some, perhaps just a few, simply specify their requirements and leave the camera person and his or her team to get on with it. But for me, the continuity of Dick's and my joint artistic journey was essential. After Life is Sweet, Dick shot everything I directed, including shorts and commercials, 19 works in all. And we approached every project as part of our ongoing serious investigation into pushing the boundaries of cinematic heightened realism, unquestionably benefiting from Dick's rigorous grounding in both documentaries and music videos. Photographically and aesthetically, his work was unfailingly exciting. From his wizardry in creating the monochromatic, nocturnal, bleach bypass bleakness of Naked, to the bold primary colours of the optimistic Happy-Go-Lucky, to the clarity of Secrets and Lies, to his inspired use of Super 16 to create the post-war world of Vera Drake, and his combination of 16mm shot handheld with 35mm shot formally to differentiate between the past and the present in Career Girls, to his evocative rendering of the Four Seasons in Another Year, the sumptuous Victorian theatre imagery of Topsy Turvy, his sensitive referencing in Mr. Turner to the great artist paintings, and his bold rendering of the turbulent early 19th century world of Peterloo. All of which involved our rigorous discussions and Dick's resourceful shooting of tests. But then there was the actual shooting itself. No storyboards for us. Never. After I'd created the precise action on the location, Dick and I would watch it together and refine it and define it shot by shot through the camera, of course. Always on the same wavelength. We made our shooting decisions in total harmony. We shared a hatred of pretentious, unmotivated, gratuitous camera work, always believing that the camera should serve the action, but also that the actors should serve the camera. Actors loved working with Dick. He had enormous respect for and in an instinctive understanding of the integrity of their work, for their specific needs. This resulted in relaxed and confident performances, always enhanced by Dick's subtle ability to give each actor space and depth in the way he photographed her or him. Similarly, the respect he enjoyed from his camera and lighting crews was legendary. His gentle but firm commanding skills meant that his teams were always a delight to work with and spend time with. Most importantly, Dick always operated. Only ill health prevented his doing so on our last film, Hard Truths, when the operator was our long-term collaborator, Lucy Bristow. With Dick adjacent, overseeing proceedings via a monitor. Our film has just been released here and in the US, but in the autumn, it was screened at several international festivals where the response was overwhelmingly positive, not least about Dick's sensitive work. Gratifyingly, Pat has told us that he died in the knowledge of the film's early success. The final look of a movie is, of course, very much in the hands of the cinematographer, and Dick's skills at this stage of post-production were those of a consummate artist. To sit with him in a grading session was always a revelation and a joy, and his final results were a privilege to share. Apart from his genius as a DOP, Dick was a highly gifted stills photographer, showing his humane studies of the world in various exhibitions over the years. He was a wonderful husband, father, and grandfather, and having been something of an alternative young person in the 1960s, he was an expert on and avid collector of psychedelic posters of the period. I myself will miss Dick Pope for his zest for life, his impeccable good taste, his dry sense of humour, and for our shared passion for all things gastronomic. Thank you. It's just going to receive it.
Should we see a little bit of Dick's work?
Yeah.
If we could roll VT.
Tis the camera.
It's an honour to accept this award on behalf of Pat Pope. I have a few words to say that Pat and Molly asked me to read out. We are so delighted and proud to accept this award. Thank you so much to the BSC. Dad would have been so honoured, humbled, touched, happy and proud to have won this award in his lifetime, especially as it shows he was held in such high esteem by his peers. Dad was never happier than when he was behind a camera, and he loved the whole process of filmmaking, from prepping all the way through to the DI. The world of film really was his biggest passion and joy in life. Of course, we wish it could have come sooner so that Dad could be standing here himself, talking to you and no doubt cracking a few jokes and telling a few stories. He was a pretty funny man, a master storyteller, as some of you may know, and had a true zest for life. He was a great collaborator, a lovely man, truly loved his craft, always joking with a twinkle in his eye. So thank you. And we hope he's watching down from above and savouring this moment. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you, Chris, for doing that. Huge congratulations and well done to all of our winners and nominees this evening. There we have it. My heartfelt gratitude for asking me to be part of this glorious evening and help you celebrate all your wonderful work. Please keep inspiring and entertaining us. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for having me. Have a safe journey home. Thank you so much, and I'll pass you back to your president, Christopher Ross.
The next president's going to have a flat lectern for a drink and all of the awards. I always forget to write a closing speech, which is a bit of a disaster because I'm usually drunk, but tonight I stayed sober. I would like to thank Edith Bowman, wherever she may be. Seamus, I couldn't have put it better than Seamus. The work that you do to elevate the craft of filmmaking is astonishing, and may this be the start of as long a collaboration as Dick and Mike.
Thank you so much.
A thank you to our special guests, to Mike, to the Pope family. Thank you to all of you for rocking up and celebrating alongside everybody. The UK is a hotbed of talent, and 420 of you talented buggers are in the room tonight. So celebrate yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Cheers. Please can all of the winners from tonight come on stage for a photo opportunity at the end. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.